Hello, everybody, and welcome to Bright Founders Talk at Temi. Temi is an international software development company that designs, builds, and delivers software for sustainable businesses and promising startups. Welcome to our podcast, where we bring you the most inspiring stories of entrepreneurs and experts in the software development industry. And each week, we interview successful leaders who share their unique journeys and valuable insights. I'm your host, Barry, and today we have another amazing guest joining us. Forgive the pronunciation, but Ragna Hes, co-founder and CCO at Instama. Thank you so much for joining today. How are you doing?
Well, thank you for having me. I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well. I can feel some bright, happy energy coming from you. So I know this is going to be a great podcast. Now, for those who don't have the pleasure of knowing you or your company, could you tell us a little bit about yourself and the company that you work at?
Yeah, sure. Well, I'm Ragna in Dutch. I have a background in advertising and marketing, and now I'm a co-founder and CCO of Instama, what stands for Instant Marketing. And what we do is actually we created an AI driven marketing platform that helps brands create on-brand assets within no time.
Have you
Yeah.
always been interested in marketing and advertising? Is that something that's in your blood?
Well, actually, yeah, it was. So for one of my first jobs was in interactive marketing at a TV company. So that's where it started.
Co-founder, that's quite a big responsibility. Did you always know, like deep down inside, that you wanted to be building your own company, or were you quite happy to work for other people?
Well, to be honest, the last years, or maybe even the last 10, 15 years, I've been freelancing a lot. So I must say that working for other people was not really one of my strongest capabilities. So, and now I really had the possibility to really found a company, and that's a total different ball game, of course, but I must say I'm loving it. It's a great ride.
How important was networking in building Instama? Did you need a lot of networking, or have you managed to do everything mostly by yourself?
Well, to be honest, well, of course, we're working with three partners at the moment, and the founder is the person who really created the platform. So that's of course. Without the platform, we don't have a company. So that's the biggest part of our business. But getting customers, talking to customers, and even creating a network of partners that help us grow. Yeah, that's all about networking, of course, and using our own network to work for us, actually.
So for those who don't really know Instama, like who is it for? Is it for anyone? Is it for particular clients? Is it for particular stakeholders or customers?
Oh, it's a good question because it's really funny because when you start a company, you have in mind what kind of customers you think are going to work best for your product. So we really thought like, well, maybe companies, 100 people, something like that. But it turned out our first paying customer was a corporate. And so actually at this moment we have startups and corporates and everything in between, and agencies and marketing teams. So actually, yeah, it can be a success for a lot of clients at the moment.
So
Yeah.
when you first came into the business, what was the particular problem that you were looking to solve?
Well, if you look at our experience, what we noticed is that a lot of brands spend a lot of money and time on brand strategy, on target audience research. But then we noticed, and they create a lot of PDFs. It's somewhere at the server, and when you start producing assets, it doesn't really come together. Especially when you look at the lower slash mid funnel content, it takes a lot of time for production. It can take weeks. If you do it with an external agency, it could cost a lot of money. And actually, this type of communication should be there all the time, and you should be able to create it within, well, as we say, minutes. But so actually that was the start for us to think, okay, can we create a platform that puts everything from the brand in there, and every time you want to create something for your socials or even an out of home asset, you can just click one button actually, and then you have it. So then in these, we create campaigns in minutes instead of weeks, and we give the power to maybe the marketeer or someone who does not know how to use Photoshop, to create these kind of things or change something. Normally you would wait 3 days for a designer to have time, and now you can do it yourself.
I'm kind of curious, like when companies come to you, do they have like misconceptions or do they have a way that they think it's going to go and actually you're able to do something in a way that they didn't expect or that they weren't expecting to demand?
Well, but to be honest, yeah, that happens a lot. You're creating a tool, you're saying that you're an AI tool, and everybody thinks it already exists. That's one. So that's something we hear all the time. And then then I start, then I put everything from I show them that you can put your brand strategy, your tone of voice, and and then I show them that you put it in there. They're like, yeah, but that's my chat GPT does the same. Yeah, I know, but wait, because actually then we put it together and we create assets that are totally on brand according to the templates that you put in there. And then also we have this studio that so AI creates this asset for you, but then we open a studio and you can make adjustments. And then they're like, okay, wow, this is something we didn't see before. So yeah, so that's actually like the journey every time I talk to a customer. So first of all, they're a bit hesitant because they always think, oh, I already have some AI tooling. Probably these already exist. But then because we combine everything, they're overwhelmed. Yeah. Or they like it. Yeah.
I think a lot of people think that ChatGPT can just do everything for everyone all the time. I notice that a lot of companies, their competition in a way does seem to be ChatGPT. How do we go about changing this? Why do people have the conception that ChatGPT does everything and that there's not really much competition to it?
Well, I think ChatGPT is a really good platform, of course, especially for your day to day. It's really a good help. But if you want to create brands that look consistent, the same every time, or you create assets, it's not going to work. He's not going to help you. So I think it's also a lack of, yeah, they just don't know what exists also, right? And I think why Instama is such a big help is because we combine all these AI models. So we use Nano Banana at the moment, or we use OpenAI, and we used so actually, but then it's a combination, and we created this motor block or something. I don't know how to say it in English.
Yes, okay.
And we just put all these AI tooling in there, and every time for a different task or a special task, if we need a new and there's a new model that's better, we just plug it in and then we use that one. So actually, we help them make all these AI tooling work for them. So that's actually what we do.
In terms of the AI, because obviously AI is the big thing right now, how are you using or utilizing AI to make the most transformational process in your company?
Our product is really based on AI at the moment, of course, because of course we created this platform and there are different AI tooling, and that makes it possible. Well, actually, in two ways. In a way, AI helps us to create the platform faster. Well, I think what we created, normally it would have taken at least 20 developers, and now there's only actually one person who created this all by himself, and that was possible. But also because we use the AI tooling in it, that makes, yeah, that gives the customer the possibility to create the asset within a minute, because it writes the copy, it puts everything together, it helps you think about a strategy.
How do you think AI will change the way this is done in the future, the way businesses communicate with customers at scale? I mean, we know what's happening now, but do you think it will change massively in the next 5 years, or do you think it will be slow progression?
I think we're only at the beginning. And I must say, and I think the biggest problem is that we don't know where it goes, right? So I must say, yeah, of course we're right in the middle. We use it every day, but already, if you look at like 6 months ago and the way we used it then and how we use it now, it's already evolving very quickly, and it gets better by the day, practically.
What does success look like for you?
Oh, nice question. Uh, well, for the company,
You can do it
for
for the
the
company and
company
for you,
success.
or one or the other. It's your decision.
Okay. Well, I think looking at the company, of course, I mean, it's great that we are really seeing it taking a flight at the moment, and that a lot of companies are happy with it, and we keep on developing and adding new features, and that's amazing. So I must say the success is, yeah, also a bit the applause of people who like it that much and love to work with it. And actually, that's for me, it's the same. I mean, we're working on this company or this platform that really has traction, and you can see it grow and you can make it grow. That's really, yeah, that gives a lot of energy.
as a co-founder, do you
Mhm.
find sometimes that you're limited by what you can do? Like maybe you kind of like have grand visions of what you want the company to do, but actually maybe like regulations or there may be some physical or practical limitations. Are you a bit of a daydreamer or are you a very practically minded person?
I am a practically minded person, but to be honest, especially when you're selling a product, and of course, we as a team, we really see the future, right? Where this can go, but that takes time. So sometimes that's a bit frustrating because you really need to develop it, you need to create it, and I must say we do have a good approach. I think so. Really, we all the customers that are in the platform right now, we talk to them and we really create use cases based on their wishes. So we really know that there's a appetite amongst customers for the features that we create. So I think that's a really nice way of growing. But sometimes you want it to be, yeah, you want it to be bigger already, right? We want it to be automated fully. We don't want any development needed for the onboarding, but that's still the case. So sometimes you need to be a bit more patient and but I think it's really good at this stage that we really take time to talk to our customers and to really see, okay, how do you use it and what do you need?
So it sounds like you're kind of like choosing between being in a stabilization phase and then being in a growth phase. It seems like you're in a stabilizing phase at the moment. What will be the criteria that will make you think, okay, now it's a time to grow and develop this company further?
Well, of course, we have our roadmap. So I think there are two ways of working for us. So at this moment, we take a lot of time to onboard our customers. We have a lot of contact with our customers, but that's not scalable. So I think, but this stage is necessary to really get the platform at the state that we really want it to be. And then I think then the next phase is that we start to automate everything. And then you can just really grow and then people can just do their onboarding themselves. So that's actually, I think you're right. We're now really making sure that everything works according to how we want it to work. And then we can just really scale and have different types of customers also. And really grow our business. Yeah.
And looking forward, what excites you most about working in Instama?
Well, I think seeing the potential, especially because we're replacing a workflow. If you look at a lot of AI tooling, it gives you like 10-20% extra time or makes it, but this is really, so this can really save a lot of time, but also a lot of money. Because from strategy to production, you can just replace it by these tool at this moment. So I think that excites me most is that I really see the contribution it does to making teams work faster and help them. And yeah, that's what I love about it.
And you mentioned ChatGPT earlier. Is ChatGPT your competitor? Is that something that you compete against, or do you have any competitors who you don't have to name them, by the way, but are there competitors out there that you are trying to compete yourself against?
No, ChatGPT is not a competition for us. No, because it's totally different thing. We do use it, right? But then only for the copy thing. Our competitors probably are the tooling that creates assets. It already exists. I think our advantage is that we really combine also strategy with production. So a lot of tooling is only creating. It's about creating assets but they don't do anything with the strategy. So we combine those two things. So of course there are other platforms, but it's mostly about on-brand asset creation is our promise, but also in combination with strategy,
Perfect.
brand strategy. Yeah.
I'm very curious about when you're meeting with stakeholders or stakeholders are approaching you to take on business with your company. Are stakeholders like really excited about the AI aspect? Or are they like me? So I'm quite traditionally minded. I use AI when I have to use AI because I'm 46, so I'm quite old. Yes, so maybe it's just
Same
me.
age. Yeah.
Yes, well, unfortunately for me, you're looking a lot better for 46 than I am. But I think like in terms of that, do you have to kind of promote to non-traditional or to more traditional companies than you would to companies that want to embrace AI? Is everyone embracing AI, or are you finding resistance in some particular fields?
Well, to be honest, I think what helps us is that a lot of companies have an AI agenda at the moment. So they need to do something, an experience with AI. And then we are a very concrete example of something that they can just plug and play. They can just start immediately and experience how AI can help them. So that's something that really works for us. What I notice within the company, though, is that a lot of people, especially with the commercial mindset, love our product. Am I talking to designers? They don't really like it because, of course, they're a bit afraid of their jobs, or, yeah, of course, this is something that, yeah, this gives you less. Well, of course, we have a studio, so you can still tweak, but according to the brand guidelines and the templates that you put in there. So it's not something that you can just, yeah. So it depends because also the work that Instama can do for you is something that a lot of designers don't want to do because it's just boring, repetitive work. So some love it. In-house studios, for instance, they love it, right? But yeah, if there's resistance, it's mostly from those teams that are creators themselves. So content creators want to be more flexible, maybe, than working with Instama because you're a bit limited to the brand guidelines. Yeah.
And how are you engaging in terms of feedback? Is feedback universally positive? Are you engaging via surveys? Are you just seeing how they're using the metrics and driving data from that way?
Well, of course, we see indeed that the usage, of course, but mostly how we work now is that we start with the pilot phase, so people can use Instama for 1 or 2 months, and then we evaluate. And during this period, every week we have a call. We just call. I really want them to use the product at the right way, the most effective way, and then at the end we just evaluate, and then they're going further, and everybody's actually really enthusiastic, so they all want to practically all want
Yeah.
to continue, or they're too small. That's yeah, if you're too small, it's not interesting. Yeah.
Mm. Are they using it in the ways that you anticipated?
Yes, I think the platform is pretty intuitive. Sometimes, yeah, I just mentioned there's even more possible than they're using it for. So then you just have to remind them, and then yeah, they love it even more. So actually, I think it it works quite good. Yeah.
So that they're limiting themselves rather than the platform limiting.
Exactly.
That's a great position to be in, isn't it?
I know. Yeah.
Okay, so we are coming
Yeah.
towards the end, unfortunately. I do have a question for you. And the question is always the same for everyone. Like, what advice would you give to people who may be wanting to start a company for the first time, maybe competitors with yourself, or maybe not, maybe something unrelated? What are the things that you have experienced through your journey that you would advise other people to do or not to do?
First of all, looking at product development, I think what can be a problem is if of course, you where you want to go, but first make it small, right? Don't start because then nothing in between happens. It takes too much time for development. First, go to market with something that you're happy about, of course, but that you can still extend based on use cases from your customers. So keep developing, but in the meantime, be out there. What we did also, what really helped was try to talk at events in a certain market. For instance, we were at the automotive marketing event that really gave us an opening in the automotive world. And also, I think if you don't want to hire people, creating a network of partners that actually help you grow is also that is something that's very interesting.
Perfect, lovely.
Yeah.
That's great advice. Thank you so much. So I have
Yeah.
to thank you again, Ragnar, for talking with us today. We know you're very busy, so we really appreciate you taking time out of your day.
Yeah. Thank you, Barry.
That was Ragna Hes, co-founder and CCO at Instama.